Trick shots have been a staple on YouTube forever. Dude Perfect are probably the biggest influencers in that space. The group capitalized on the trick shot fad and turned it into a successful business. They have a collective net worth of around $50 million. And with that sort of money, you can bet these guys own some pretty weird stuff. Join us as we explore the weirdest things the Dude Perfect cast owns. First, what is cool, not cool? Dude Perfect has been sharing some of their coolest purchases with their audience on their Cool, Not Cool segment since 2018. Cool, Not Cool is a segment that is included on the Overtime series of Dude Perfect's YouTube channel. The segment requires each of the dudes to bring up an item that they think is cool, and the other guys will vote on it to determine whether it is indeed cool or not cool. This segment has led the guys to buy some really wacky stuff that not a lot of people buy in real life. The guys are given a week to buy an item that they might think is cool. The segment has made appearances in over 15 episodes of Overtime. More than a dozen items to go from. Let us look at some of the weirdest items, in no particular order, that have made an appearance on the segment. Chocolate grenades. Tyler brought chocolate grenades to the second episode of Cool Not Cool, and they are exactly what they sound like. These are grenades made of solid chocolate. They weren't even hollow in between. The guys ate this up, giving it a full 5 out of 5 cool rating. Unspillable cup. Cory, this has to be one of the most useful items ever brought to one of these segments. I mean, who hasn't knocked over a cup, destroying everything around it? Cory brought this item to the third episode of Overtime, and it went over with the guys surprisingly well, earning 5 votes in favor of it being cool. Millennium Falcon. Cody, even years after the episode was uploaded, the Millennium Falcon remains one of the coolest items anyone has brought to Cool Not Cool. This replica of the spaceship from Star Wars didn't only look identical, but it could also fly. Who wouldn't want something like this? Net gun. Tyler. It was going to be hard to follow the Millennium Falcon, but in the same episode, Tyler put up a great fight against Cody's spaceship with his net gun. Tyler's net gun looks like something that Inspector Gadget would pull out of his coat. The gun can fire nets for up to 35 feet. Net gun received a 5 out of 5 cool rating. Air-conditioned jacket. Garrett, what's the purpose of wearing a jacket? To keep you warm when it's cold outside, right? But what about when the weather is warm and you just want to wear a jacket for the drip and not the sweaty kind? Garrett revealed the answer to that question with his air-conditioned jacket in episode 5. The jacket comes with an air pump that keeps the person who wears it cool even when it's hot out. World's strongest laser. Coby. Nothing says cool much like a super strong laser. Coby's laser was so powerful that it popped a balloon seconds after the light touched it. Cody got the laser for Overtime number 5. The laser can be used to do all sorts of cool things, but lighting a match from just its light is by far the most impressive. If our estimates are correct, a laser this strong must have set Coby back a few $100. Hover shoes. Garrett. Garrett bought these futuristic shoes in episode 8. These shoes were basically like hoverboards, but instead of being a board, both shoes had wheels in them that allow the person who wears them to hover over the ground. The shoes earned a super cool rating with 5 votes. Portable sauna. Coby bought a portable sauna for the 4th episode of Cool Not Cool. The sauna was basically a thermal bag that heated up and you could sit inside it. Nimbus 2000. Garrett. This one is for the Harry Potter nerds. Garrett bought himself probably one of the most iconic broomsticks to exist for episode 32 of Overtime. Now it's time for him to do a flying trick shot. Pocket flamethrower / grill gun. Tyler. Want to know what the worst part of owning a flamethrower is? It's too big to take anywhere. What's the point of having a flamethrower if you can't show it off? This is why we think that Tyler's mini flamethrower is way cooler than the real deal. He got it for episode 21, and the flamethrower received a 5 out of 5 rating. Snuggle pillow. Coby. In the second episode of OT, Coby introduces us to the snuggle pillow. This weird pillow is the perfect snuggle buddy for single dudes that just need something to hold them tight. The body-sized pillow comes with an arm to wrap around yourself to give you the full snuggle experience. The item obviously didn't go over well, with the crew receiving only 1 cool vote from Coby himself. Instant underpants. Cody. Ever run out of underpants at the worst possible time? Cody gave us the perfect solution to that problem with his instant underpants. The underwear is compressed into a small pellet that can be easily stored. All you have to do is soak the pellet while it in water for a few minutes to loosen them up enough to easily pull them apart. Guess it's better to have wet underwear rather than no underwear. Micro leaf blower. Tyler. I guess this could be useful if you have a lot of leaves falling on your desk or something. Tyler introduced us to his tiny leaf blower in the Christmas 2020 episode of Cool Not Cool. The leaf blower could be plugged into a USB port. Excellent desktop accessory for any gardening enthusiast. Desk golf clothes. Coby. The perfect item for when you get bored working all day long and just need to take a break. Don't want to leave your desk. Some may say that playing golf could add to the boredom, but it's a cool thing to own nonetheless. Never Wet. Tyler. Tyler chose to buy Never Wet for episode 30 of Overtime. Never Wet is a product that keeps your clothes, well, never wet. It works by treating the surface it's sprayed on with a super hydrophobic solution that repels everything wet, like water, mud, sauce, wine, and all other liquids. The solution is so good that it makes sure the liquid doesn't leave a stain behind. Despite how useful his purchase was, Tyler only got 2 votes, one of them being his own. Battle Rod. Cody. If you're a fan of kung fu movies, you will know exactly what compelled Cody to buy a battle rod. The giant stick could cause some serious damage, especially if Cody is the one handling. Tiny TV. Coby. Who else thinks that TVs have gotten too big for their own good? Like they barely fit on a wall anymore? Well, we think Coby feels the same way because he bought a really tiny TV for episode 30. And we're talking smaller than a finger level of tiny here. This TV should come with a do not swallow warning because anyone could mistake it for candy. The TV surprisingly works. It comes with an even smaller remote. The TV got 3 votes from the crew. Hand-controlled drone. Cody. Cody owns a super cool drone that can be controlled using a glove. He bought this futuristic toy for the 30th episode of Overtime. We don't exactly know how many dollars this drone set Cody back, but it would be safe to bet that it was a lot. Fish mailbox. Garrett. If you're a fan of ugly mailboxes, you're going to love this. Garrett bought this absolutely hideous mailbox from the Bass Pro Shop for episode 19 of Cool Not Cool. Just as the name suggests, mailbox looks like a fish. The mouth acts as the door to the mailbox. It got a 5 out of 5 rating on the coolness meter. Gallium. Tyler. This has to be one of the weirdest items one of the guys has ever brought for an episode. Gallium is a metal that will melt at incredibly low temperatures. Tyler got a test tube full of gallium for episode 15 of Overtime. The liquid metal earned a 4 out of 5 rating. Real life dog robot. Cody. This has to be the most expensive item ever bought for an episode of Overtime. Cody shelled more than $74,000 to buy this Boston Dynamics robot dog for episode 17 of the series. And just like its price, we don't think anything can beat this robot when it comes to overall coolness either. The dog is named Spot, and it can do everything that a real dog can, but better. Spot is very agile and has great motor skills. It has to be one of the highest tech robots available commercially today. It's weird that one of the very few people that own this robot dog is a YouTuber who makes a living off doing trick shots and goofing around with his friends. That's a wrap for this video. What's the weirdest item that you own? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.